Hello everyone. So welcome back to my channel again, Deepan UK Vidcast, and welcome back to another new video. And you all know my name is Deepan. I live in London and I make videos on HCPC registration, how to get job, regarding interviews, regarding UK lifestyles, and so on. Okay. So today I'm going to share my story that how I got my job directly from India. The full process I'm going to explain you. I'm going to share my story with all of you guys. So first of all, see, I did my BSc degree in medical imaging, okay, and I had almost 8 years of experience, and I was like experienced in MRI more, uh, also X-ray, CT scan, but MRI was my interest, to be an MRI technologist, okay. So I let me tell you that I have come here as a skilled worker under health and care visa, okay. So for this job that I am doing now here as MRI radiographer, I need to do the HCPC registration. So when I did my HCPC registration, it was like paper based. Okay. So it took around 7 months, like 7 months time for me to get the HCPC registration. So I had time when I applied and when I got the HCPC registration, I had almost 6 to 7 months time in between. Okay. So in between that time, I prepared myself for the whole process, like how I can apply job, regarding interview, regarding visa processing, regarding interview questions, like everything I have prepared. So I knew that there are two kinds of jobs, like one is directly NHS and another is UK private healthcare jobs. There are so many private companies are there who will give me job, who are sponsoring visa for us, okay. So I know there are two types of jobs available, so I tried both in the private and also NHS. So for the private healthcare job, I need to have a CV for some companies. Even some companies they don't need CV also. You can go to their website and you can fill up your online CV. But since I need a CV, and my interest was for MRI radiographer, and also but I had experience also on X-ray, CT, MRI, all three modalities. But my main interest was MRI. So I made CV, and the CV is like for different posts, different CV. Like those jobs, they are only asking for MRI. I had one CV that is predominantly mentioning all my MRI experience, most focusing on MRI. Okay, then I had CV with X-ray, CT, MRI. Three of them mentioned, like focusing on three modalities. Then I had CV like CT and MRI, because my interest was not to go for only X-ray, at least X-ray, CT, MRI, or CT, MRI, like that, okay. So I made CV, basically three CVs for private UK healthcare jobs, those who need it. Like one is for only MRI, one is for MRI and CT, and one is for X-ray, CT, MRI, three like rotational radiographer job. Okay. So with the help of these CVs, I have applied to all private healthcare jobs. Okay, like you have In Health, you have Alliance Medical, Nuffield Health, Spire Health, Circle Health. There are so many like companies are there, and I have also made a video on that how you can find jobs. Uh, there is a video on my channel. You can check it out. Also check the description link for the video. So I had the all CVs ready for different kinds of jobs. Okay, and next there is NHS jobs. For the NHS jobs, you have to go to NHS Jobs UK or Track Jobs. These are the two websites for direct NHS jobs. So NHS jobs, you need to have your good profile in NHS jobs as well as Track Jobs. So before getting my HCPC registration, I have already completed my profile, like fully everything details I have filled it up with nicely. Uh, so that once I get the HCPC registration, it should not take more time to get used to this process and all. Okay, so I made my profile ready. And then also I know there will be a section that is supporting information section. See, so many people you will apply job and you are not getting interview, and that is basically because you are not focusing on the supporting information section. So for the supporting information, before getting the HCPC registration, I made a standard supporting information. Okay, so this part also was ready, and if you want to know how you can make good supporting information, there is a video in my channel, you can check it out. And also I would like to tell everyone that I had a standard supporting information, but I had to change it for each and every job depending on what they are asking and what they are required in the post. Okay, and also I would say you can change your job duties and responsibilities for that job also. Okay, so both the thing, you have to adapt your jobs and duties and responsibilities and supporting information according to the job you are applying for. Like those who are asking for MRI don't need to give that you have done X-ray, CT scan, or what, blah blah like that. Just focus on MRI. Or if they're asking for rotational radiographer, then you have to mention all the three modalities or whatever they're asking. Okay, so you have to adapt your profile both in the duties and responsibilities and supporting information to get the interview, to attract the recruiter. Okay, and then there is we have LinkedIn. And before I got my HCPC registration, I was very active in LinkedIn. I made my LinkedIn account very crisp with all the details, with all my skills, with the all correct information, with the all appropriate information, so that when I got my CPC registration, I switched on the open to work mode and I selected my designated like UK as my job destination. And I got also some recruiters messaging me. Okay, and in LinkedIn you will find so many recruiters whom you can approach, or these recruiters will keep postings different kinds of jobs, and you can contact them and you can also get job through them. Okay, this is also a process for that. So I would say you guys also should get very active in LinkedIn, make your profile very appropriate with all information, uh, so that the recruiter gets attracted after looking at your profile. And in LinkedIn also you can follow these private companies, some recruiters, you can follow them so that whenever they post something you can apply immediately. Okay, so LinkedIn is really useful uh, to get information about when a job is coming instantly. Okay, along with all these things, I have also started preparing for my interview. Since like when I will apply for my job, surely I'll get some interview and I have to pass the interview to get the job. So I was started preparing for my interview. What will be the possible questions, what should be the content of the interview, how I can answer the like interview questions. So I was also following some of the YouTube channels, taking help from my seniors, and started preparing for my interview questions as well. Okay, and also I have made a video on that, the most commonly asked NHS interview questions. You can check that video on my channel. So guys, once I got my HCPC registration, I was like applying everywhere. I was applying in the private healthcare jobs, NHS jobs, daily basis. On a daily basis, I used to apply every day almost 10 to 15 jobs like that, be it private or NHS jobs. And when I was applying, like I was not getting any interview. I was applying in all the companies like in Health, Alliance, Nuffield Health, Circle Health, um, like Spire Health, all the companies, and also NHS jobs, because I was looking for MRI. At least there should be MRI radiographer, like be it maybe rotational, like X-ray CT MRI or CT MRI, or only MRI. But only X-ray, only CT, I was not interested. So all the jobs that were available that time in NHS jobs or any private healthcare jobs regarding this uh, posts, I have applied almost all of them. Okay, and I got so many rejections, so many rejections. Maybe after applying 60, 70, or 100 jobs, I got maybe two or three interviews like that. So I was not getting any interview, not getting any job that time. Then suddenly I applied in health website, and they sent me a link to do self interview, maybe, like record a video interview of self. There will be questions, and you have to record your answer and send it to them. So I did that, and then I got interview with them. So when I got interview with them, I have started preparing for, this was my first interview, and I have started preparing for the interview really hard. I have read maybe all the MRI safety technical questions. It was basically only MRI radiographer job. So I have started preparing for MRI safety, MRI physics, anatomy, different scenario based questions, different character based questions. All of them I was started preparing, and almost I got an idea that if these questions comes to me, how I should answer it. And the interview was really good, and I thought I have done really good, and in my mind I was sure that I will get this job, and fortunately I got this job, and that's where I'm working now. But since I have applied so many other jobs in different private healthcare and NHS jobs, after I finished this interview, I got more interviews. Then suddenly I got more interviews from Nuffield Health, Alliance Health, from NHS also I got 3 or 4 interviews. Okay, so what happens is this private healthcare companies, the private jobs, they are little quick. Okay, like you will apply and you will get, whether you are getting an interview or not. It was quick at that time. But for NHS jobs, like if you apply maybe after 1 month or 1.5 months, closing date was really far. So you'll get to know whether you got your interview or not after a long time. So it took long time, and by that time I was selected for this job, and I have accepted it. Since at that time I was not getting any job, any offer, I was so pissed off, so like frustrated. So once I got this offer, I did not think of anything, just accepted it. So after it was my first interview, I got selected, and that time I was not getting any job. So I accepted the offer for this job. Okay, but after that, what happens? I attended interview with other companies at NHS. I got selected in all the interviews, and unfortunately, even the salary was more, the location was in more central London location, good locations. I could not accept those jobs. So once after my interview, maybe after 2 weeks time, they gave me COS. Once I got my COS, I resigned from my current post, and then I had to do TB test. I went to Guwahati for the TB test, and then I applied for my visa. I went to Kolkata, that is nearest BFS office for me, and I have given my biometrics and all. And after giving all the completing all the processes, maybe after 8 working days, I got my visa, and then after I came to UK. And the time, like I got, after getting the HCPC registration, maybe within 3 months or within 4 months, I came to UK. So it was really quick for me at that time, because that time the HCPC registration was paper based registration, and I had 6 to 7 months time to do my background works, and which had helped me to come in UK like within 3 months of HCPC registration. So guys, this was my story how I got my job, and I have made several videos regarding HCPC registration, regarding job, regarding how we'll find the job, regarding how you can make CV, regarding all other like important topics. You can check out in my video, and if you need any help, you can contact me on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook. Okay, so that's all for today's video. See you in the next video. Till the time, take care of yourself. Bye bye.